The Holy Names Knights football team are OFSA champions, thanks to a 21-17 victory over the London South Lions, who were previously the top-ranked team in Canada at the OFSA Western Bowl in Hamilton last week. Trailing 17-7 at half, it was the stout play of the Knights defense and the execution of this screen pass to Knights running back Mike Herzog at the end of the third quarter that led the comeback. Herzog would then score a few plays later to cut the deficit to 3 points. Fast forward inside the 3-minute warning, after forcing a punt, it was once again Mike Herzog catching a screen pass, taking it to the house with 1:49 remaining to give Holy Names a 21-17 lead. On the ensuing drive with time remaining, the Knights defense came up with an interception to seal the victory, capping off an undefeated season by knocking off the country's top-ranked team and winning the OFSA Football Western Bowl for the first time in program history. Coach, for you, this has got to be a great cap-off to a fantastic regular season.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, at any sport, any level, it's obviously far better to win than to end the season with a loss. Oftentimes you lose. You're constantly rethinking yourself, what you could have done better. We don't have to go through that this year. It was a great group of kids that came in August, like you said, worked hard every day for 3.5 months, worked really hard, showed up every single day. So yeah, it was a great accomplishment for the kids, great experience, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mike, what was this process like for you?
A lot of the guys on the team, most of us were so focused on WEXA, and when we did that, it just made SWASA and OFSA a lot easier to attain.
We always want to play better teams. Like, we want to play the best teams. That's the only way we can consistently get better. Obviously, having a team like Herman as our rival, I guess, or somebody that we play a couple times a year helps us. And thinking about the OFSA game, London South is very similar to Herman. They're big, strong, fast, did a lot of similar things, not the same formations and that, but we went about it similarly because they're similar teams. So having that experience twice against Herman, it absolutely helped us.
This past year, you were named the University of Windsor's head coach in track and field. You spent a number of years with the Windsor Lancers program in the 90s. What is it like being back in Windsor, where it all started for you?
Well, I think I learned a lot working under Dennis for the 4 years when I was here in the 90s. I tried to use a lot of the stuff that Dennis did.
Ultimately, what was it that made you decide to come back to Windsor after a long time up in Toronto and in the GTA?
Windsor's always been a special place. Even though I was only here for 4 years, it's always felt like home. The special community, special people that are here. And then when the job was up again, then it was one of those things that you look at and say, hey, you know what, this is kind of the premier, the dream job. And let's see if we can come back.
This is the most successful university track program in the history of CIS, U Sports, whatever name it's been under. It must be, do you feel any pressure coming in as the head coach of this program? Or?
For sure there's pressure. I mean, if you're following the footsteps of Dennis Farrell, definitely there is pressure that is there, but there's a lot of support that's here from the community, across the board. So, I think, I'll be well served to have a lot of great people here behind me, pushing me and helping me get the program, maintaining it where it's at and getting it to the top level as well.
This week's In the Zone moment brought to you by the Zone Bar and Grill, located inside Breakaway Gaming Center on the corner of Crawford and Wyandotte in Windsor, goes to Holy Names Knights running back Mike Herzog. Mike scored 2 touchdowns in Holy Names' comeback 21-17 victory over the London South Lions in the OFSA Western Bowl last week in Hamilton. Congratulations on your In the Zone moment, Mike, and congrats to the Holy Names team on winning the OFSA Football Championship.